Hello, everybody who is returning back to this YouTube channel. I know I have been gone for a while, and there's a few reasons of that, and we'll get into that because that's a different video to go through. Today, I just want to talk about making yourself better to deal with a different situation. When I say making yourself better, I'm talking about mentally, physically, and emotionally. God does things in your life and you be like, oh my God, why me? But at the end of the day, it's not a why me moment. It's a moment to show you that you're probably doing a lot for a lot of people that ain't going to do the same for you if you need it. Because that's where I'm at in this point in my life. I had lost my job on my birthday last year. I think you guys remember me coming to you about a few things about a coworker of mine that I was working with and things of that nature. Um, had a miscarriage a few months ago. Had financial discrepancies, little things. But I am here to tell you, he'll bring you from the worstest situation that you thought he put you in just to show you something. And at first he'll throw little hints, but if you don't take heed to the little hints that he throws big ones. So at one point in time, I was helping take care of 3 other families besides mine. Working every day, no days off. It was supposed to be 7 days on, 7 days off as a work schedule. They lost their other guard, and I was 14 days straight for at least 3 years. Didn't complain about it, didn't say anything to anybody. I just took on what needed to be taken on. And when it came to the job, thinking that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, my security license expired, and the company never gave me the papers that needed to be had to go down to the people to renew my license. In DC, where I live at, to get a security license in Virginia, Maryland, DC, or whatever, you need a company to sponsor you or a school, as in security school, to sponsor you so you can keep going forth. A lot of these places will not give you things that you need to go forward to get to the next step if you don't have a company to sponsor you. So the company that I was with, I guess they were unhappy with me. They tried to put it off on the abuse shelter that I used to work for. And me being me and smarting and witting and canding, I had the property manager's number. I called her, I said, ma'am, I'm sorry for whatever was the problem, and I wish we could have worked it out, and I wish it could have went better. Thank you for your time and allowing me to work under you. Long behold, to my knowledge, the lady never removed me. The lady never asked for me to be gone or anything. The lady told me she was letting the supervisor know that I was getting a new badge. So I got moved to another site. I don't drive, know how to, but I don't have a license. So legally for a security company, I cannot be driving. So they sent me somewhere an hour away from my house and wanted me to drive. So that shift, I went from 9 at night to 7 in the morning to 7 at night to 3 o'clock in the morning. I went from being in a building to just riding around in a car and scanning things by riding around in a car and knowing that that wasn't safe for me because I'm a female and you wanted me to ride around in a car and there's males out here that are bigger than me. You had other places you could have put me. So I text my supervisor. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to give you no grief or nothing. Still didn't let him know that I knew that he just moved me to move me and that I had already talked to the lady because that was neither here or there to let him know. That was something to put in my back pocket for me to hold on to. just in case I needed to file unemployment. So, long story short, I end up getting fired through a text message. I call the office. I tell the office what happened. The office tries to clean up his mess. They try to send me somewhere else. But in the meantime, while they doing all of this, I done already called unemployment. I done already got things on the roll for myself because I felt as though the company didn't use me up as they wanted to use me. And they were done with me. And if you were going to be done with me and not give me an explanation, I have a son to look after. So I had to do something. So with that being said, I got unemployment. Since me losing my job, I've had fights with family members, certain people who I were taking care of and didn't see fit right to things of that nature. I've had a miscarriage. I've even had a car accident. But what I've gotten out of this experience was God letting me know that I was putting forth too much effort into people who were never going to put forth effort back into me. I feel like I'm more better that this happened because it was a learning experience for me. At the beginning of the experience, trust me, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to make it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And oh wow. I even went on choice interviews for a while. And I was getting turned down because I don't have a driver's license. I was getting turned down because of the licensing issue, and they didn't know whether it was going to be a problem between if us and them because I have filed for unemployment on another security company. People look at stuff like that. But I end up with one of the best offers that I could ever ask for. I end up with a Monday through Friday schedule starting this week with a different company. Yay, me. And I have weekends off. So I'm actually still able to send my son off to school, able to go to anything that my son needs me to go to, and things of that nature. And I'm now getting my driver's license stuff together. I am now okay with not talking to any of the family members that didn't need to be talked to because it was okay for me to help you when you were down and when you needed me to help you. But when it was time to return the favor, didn't ask for it to be returned, just knew you were going to return it to me because we were like this. But you being like this with somebody doesn't always mean they're like that with you. Meaning you could leave the room and they could still talk about you. But what's the old saying? Do you get paid to talk about me? Does that make your score jump or your money jump? No, it doesn't. In life, you have family members that are bitter about whatever they're bitter about, and they feel as though they'll take it out on you. It's up to you to either lie down and take it or make different changes. I've made different changes. Certain people can't always get on the bus with you and ride like they supposed to and stay in their lane or stay in their seat on the bus. They want to drive the bus or poke holes in the tires when we stop to get gas or the boat or whatever you rowing or whatever you're doing, you know. So I had to take time for myself. And in this time that I had to take, I've gotten way better with like my attitude towards people. Like if people don't do what I think they should do for me, or if I'm asking you to do something and you say you're going to do it and you still don't do it, I'm learning how not to get mad or let that frustrate me. Because at the end of the day, if I asked you to do something and you couldn't come to me and tell me you couldn't do it, but you told me you could do it, that's you letting me know, or God letting me know in the end of the day in a certain type of way, put this person at bay. When I mean put this person at bay, God never told us to not love one another or whatever. He said do unto others as you want done to you. You can't keep showing people love and thinking they're going to show love back to you if they done already showed you they didn't love you. So that right there is what he meant by do unto others. Somebody showing you they don't love you, hey, You don't sit there and tell them that you hate them. You don't sit there and hold no animosity to them. You love them from a distance. So when they see you in your next phase in life and things of that nature, oh, they're always going to be jealous. They're always going to have something to say because it's not them. But people don't put in the same footwork that you put in, so how could it be them? I know y'all see my setup in the back. Try to make it a little better for y'all or whatever. I don't have the best of cameras. I'm doing this off my Android phone. Don't have the best of ring light. Bought one from Five and Below. But this little setup right here, working a little bit better than sitting down with just this one light right here. Y'all can see me real good. And this is actually a cool little setup right here. But what I'm saying is when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Now it's all on up to you how sweet you make that lemonade or how tart you make that lemonade. Meaning sweet, meaning putting in the footwork and doing what you need to do to get to the next phase to make yourself okay. Meaning if you got to sit there and have a little book and write affirmations to yourself, like there's women affirmations, there's affirmations as a mother, meaning things that can tell you or give you a little enlightenment that you need for yourself. Or you can just simply, there's craft stores around, you can simply find things and craft it out of happiness, peace, and hang things on your wall and like make your aura and your energy your own. You get what I'm saying? You can't let anybody take from you or whatever. Life gives you what you give back in it. So if you giving life shit, it's gonna give you shit back. See what the lady did on The Help. Life gave her shit. She made the lady a shit pie. She got even in her own way. That's why I said, in your own way, your success is a way to get even with people who've hurt you, who have let you down, but tell you they believe in you in front of your face and stuff like that. It's all up into you on how you would take it or whatever. I've taken things hard at the beginning of the situation, but now I'm to the point to where there's this app. It's called Calm. You can get it on Android. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it on Alexa, I believe, too. And all it does is tell you about your breathing and about yourself. You get what I'm saying? You sit there and it tells you, clear your mind, relax, breathe in, breathe out, listen to the voice, and as you're listening to the voice, like I have my eyes closed and things of that nature, and you put yourself in a calming place. People didn't know why I was listening to this app. People didn't get why I was listening to this app. Even my own husband was like, why are you listening to this app and all of a sudden falling asleep and things of that nature? The app was designed to take the anxiety away from you. It's designed to put you back in control of your own zen. And like I said, affirmations that you speak into yourself. If you have a journal or anything, you can write little things down to yourself, promises, goals, things and stuff like that. And vision boarding. Vision boarding is good if you want to get into like the next step of starting a business or the next step and phase of your life of going on trips, saving money and things of that aspect. I think a lot of people do better with visual things that they can put up and see and like, oh yes, I can taste it, I can touch it, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot, like vision boards and things of that nature. I know a lot of people do better with things that they can see. All it is about is taking care of self. You take care of self to get to the next step. We take care of other people and deal with other people's feelings and forget about our own. We can't keep dealing with other people's feelings and forgetting about our own. We got to deal with our own to deal with other people's. So, I wish you guys the best of luck on your journey of self-healing. A lot of people don't feel safe going to go talk to a psychiatrist because you hear about what or you think they're going to judge what you're saying out of your mouth, when some of them are not. Some of them are really good people and just really there to hear you talk about your thoughts and making sure you personally are okay. So, I mean, I'll catch you guys next time.